but I like the just anti-world perspective. I think when I look at the character of Christ, right, of him being anti-world, him being just this representation of perfection, and we should strive for, and
Yeah.
it just it actually makes a clear distinction and draws the line between being of the world and
Yeah.
being of something that is way that is an infinite basically you know
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
I want to tie that question with you getting older, right? You're getting older, you're painting this picture, right? And as you're painting this picture, would you say, did you tend to focus on your age, the experience of each period of time, or did it sometimes feel like a blur, or does it sometimes feel like a blur for you?
Wow, man, that's I just got goosebumps. I don't know why, but I think it's cold. I'll chalk it up to the cold. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, man. If I'm reading your question right, I think it's like how has age impacted? Like, do I feel the age? Is what you're asking?
Like, do you have
Yeah.
that? You find yourself like focusing more on that, and then like having that expectation now of like, okay, by this age I have to do this, by this, or just did you even find yourself sometimes like you went from 25 to 28 and it was just a
Mm,
blur, or
wow.
like a painter, you had to focus on each detail, you know, or like is it
Yes, sir.
something that you learned or you're now learning? I think so. It's basically me trying to highlight like, oh, the value of just getting old. And I get your thoughts on that.
That's a great question, man. That's a really wonderful question. Um, um, I think it's a bit of both, man. And I can explain that in saying that, yo, man, time flies, bro. I don't know if you can relate to that,
Yeah,
but
true.
it feels like just yesterday I was 25, bro.
Mm,
You know, and um, yeah, so like blur, that phrase is so powerful, man. It can sometimes feel like it's a blur, right?
mm,
But here's the deal for you and me. It's like we have something special, man. We document our lives with our art, you know.
mm,
Um, so I think with us, it's like a blur. We can catch up by listening to our work.
mm.
You know, it's like whenever I feel as if like time has flown, I go back to my mixtapes, bro, and I'm like, what was I thinking at 25? How was I feeling?
Time
How was
traveling.
I? Yeah, it's like time travel. Exactly. Wow, man, I just got goosebumps again. It's like the music is a conduit. It's like it's a vessel. Like it's a machine. It's like it's a time travel thing where whenever we play it, we enter into that machine and we go back. And that's why, and people have always wondered. I don't know if you've wondered this because we've been like close mates. We've been brothers for a while now.
Yeah,
It's like Timmy has a lot of music.
a
um,
bunch, a catalog.
yeah, like I have a large catalog, and even stuff that's not released, but I've stuff on my laptop that I still haven't released. And I think, uh, why was I recording so much? Sorry, bro. I was saying, why was I recording so much? I think now subconsciously I've noticed because I introspected. It was trying to express myself, of course, because we love expressing ourselves as
Yeah.
artists, but also not to die, man. It was this like there's this thing related to making art. It's like we want to live through the art.
Mm,
To answer your question is to say like, yes, man, it's been a blur, but I'm so blessed that I have music to remind me where I was 2 years ago or a year ago. And it's starting to make me realize the importance, even if it's not music, man, of journaling,
yes, yes.
like of writing things down, of like like if it's recording, then recording the true aspects of your life. I know like sometimes you want to make the hits so that you can blow up,
Yeah.
but it's like the hits like the hits are not the time travel we're talking about. The hits don't give us what like those songs where we're so vulnerable give us. It's like time travel, man. We can go back to that moment of heartbreak, go back to that moment of joy, go back to 2020, go back to 2021. So like as much as the last 3 years have passed and I'm now 28, I feel 25, bro. I feel like like that's another thing with time in the social media era, in the internet era. I don't feel the age on me, like physically.
An illusion.
Yeah, it feels weird, man. It's like I don't know, like even when I look at pictures, maybe just black don't crack. I don't know, but it's like I don't see. You know what I'm saying? I don't see 25x to 28x as that different, like physically, or even in my feeling. Like maybe I'll start feeling it in my 30s, but my back is not hurting. You know those who would watch TV shows and movies and they'd be like, "Yo, you feel it in your back," or this, that, and the other. But I haven't felt time yet, but I can experience it through the art, and so it's like, if anything, to answer your question, it's so important we create, bro, because time flies, bro. And you can miss so much of life because we have to make a living, because we have to, it's like, capitalism steals our lives away. Like,
constantly on the grind.
Pardon, bro?
Constantly on the grind.
Exactly. And it's stealing our years away, because we're just living from survival to survival. We're just trying to survive. But what art can do is it slows down time for us. We can finally like live, bro. We live. It's like when I'm making music, man, I don't even need to tell you now, like I'm alive. I'm alive in those instances. And so as much as it used to be, and I'm sure you're gonna ask this question or like a variant of it, what was my goal? Like with music, it was like this whole blow up thing, like we're gonna like make money and get millions of fans, but it's like that doesn't matter as much as time travel is documenting my life now. It's